Welcome to another game, and it is a 2v2. So what do we have here? And I'll speed this up quickly. We have a mega random 2v2 with the CKF team, which is the new Chinese team which has recently come together. Tim's part of it. I saw Windy joined it recently. If you watch the amazing 3v3, you'd know who Windy is. And I don't know whether it's a real one or not, so I can't say that. And honestly, I hope it is, because that'd be pretty amazing. But who knows? So playing in the red on the first team, we have IamOk. Playing as his partner, we have Bieber, who will be playing as the Huns in yellow. IamOk, of course, playing in red, playing as the Mongols. And their opposing team will be CKF Geoffrey, playing as the Mayans. And we also have CKF IamOk, who you've probably seen a lot of his games, actually. I think I've uploaded quite a few. Should have seen one from, I think I have done one on all of these players, actually, at one point. So you should know that. And it is a mega random game, if you can't tell and if I haven't said already. So let's have a look at why it's so random. Only a little amounts of trees in places. We have no big forests. There's no real easy place to put a lumber camp. IamOk definitely taking the right one here and putting it here in between the two. Definitely the best place to put it at the start. His partner, again, having to move right out. Doesn't have any really good wood around him whatsoever. He does have a nice area to build up in, though. He's not really pushed in like we have over here for IamOk. Geoffrey, what do we have for EU? Again, that's not a bad location as well when you look at the rest of them. This one over here actually going to be great later on in the game. IamOk as well, having a pretty shocking spot. Doesn't really have a great place to put a lumber camp in. He's got his gold to the back there and one over here as well. So the map is quite gold heavy. As we can tell, there are a lot of gold mines around the map and they are really big. However, just looking at the minimap, I can see there's really minimal stone right now. So we know that's really going to hurt our Mayan player over here, because of course he's going to want to get that castle up and get the plumed arches out as quick as possible. Wouldn't be surprised if we see IamOk actually tributing stone off to Geoffrey to give him that extra bit of castle support. And what do we have over here? We had Mongols. Again, Mongols are very good with their elite unit, which is the Mangadai, used a lot in games. Really important to get them out and just mass them as quickly as possible, because of course they are a ridiculously powerful unit. Having, well, being a cavalry archer, they can counter most units. I'm pretty sure they'll beat a cavalry archer one-on-one without too much trouble. As well as the fact that they have bonus damage versus siege. So you're talking archer that's good against rams and mangonels, things like that. So they're pretty hard to counter. You can counter them with skirmishes, of course. But for the same reason as cavalry archers, they're a lot harder to counter with skirmishes. Mainly due to the fact they can just run wherever the hell they want and you can't keep up with them. So we've got our team of Geoffrey and IamOk actually taking the water right now. Bieber and IamOk actually not doing that at this stage, which is interesting. And it's most likely the reason these two guys are on top. They are going to be really high on the food count at this stage. And it's going to be just a great population boost as well, because we can see that we've got IamOk going up on 33, sorry. And if we look, we've got some chat between the players. Going up on 33, IamOk going up on 23. We've got Bieber going up on 23. And then we've got Geoffrey going up on 35. So we can see that Geoffrey and IamOk definitely having the population advantage right now thanks to these docks, which is really important. So right now we can see Geoffrey's gone for the full wall off on this side of the map. I can't see unless he's missed a little place here or potentially anywhere else. Doesn't look like, looks like he is alright at this stage. What do we have? We have Bieber is actually fording right now. He's actually running with some villagers, put up a stable inside his opponent's base, using that scout to try and get some harassment on, as well as putting up this tower. Of course, that's going to force the defensive tower from IamOk, which means we're going to be seeing quite a fight over in this area here. Wouldn't be surprised as well if we actually see another archery range or something come up in this area here with this one, because it wouldn't be a proper ford without it. Geoffrey as well, still scouting out the area, knowing that his Eagle Warrior can get killed off by the scout cavalry at this stage, so he's going to have to be quite careful with that. Continuing to finish this watchtower here, definitely a smart idea. We have IamOk moving out across the map right now with archers to try and get some harassment onto Geoffrey. And there we go, so the archery ranger is going up right now for a Bieber. Spearmen down in this section here, naturally going to be able to counter these scouts quite well. But of course, if Bieber can micro well enough, he should be able to kill them off fairly easy. And is he going to a micro? Kinda. A little bit. Too late though. Spearman, of course, going to do a lot of damage, killing off that scout cavalry there just before it died. Another Spearman coming in, so these scouts being pretty much useless right now for Bieber. Hasn't got a lot of harassment with them. IamOk now moving in through this section of the map, going to try and get in here, no doubt, and get some harassment in on Geoffrey. Because, of course, as a Mayan player, they do have an amazing boom, which is absolutely great for them. Geoffrey just hitting feudal now with 38 population, which is absolutely great. And he's going to be great on the food count, mainly due to these fishing ships out here. And let's see, yes, most of his villages are dedicated into wood at this stage, which is pretty natural, as well as having some on stone, which are these ones here, and some on gold over here. So pretty helpful. However, it does look like EMA is going to get in, and if we come back down over here, we can see that Bieber is trying to get some damage on here, but IamOk managing to wall all these buildings here without too much trouble. Looks like he's going to be going for the stone as well now. Whether or not he goes for his own castle or decides to actually tribute off to his ally, that's going to be the question that we're only going to find in the long run here. EMA, again, pushing in through this section here, should take out this wall without too much trouble. Let's just speed this up till this wall gets taken down. There we go, and also, if you didn't notice, there was some slight harassment over here from Bieber, which did quite a bit of damage. Villagers over here as well. Archer's going to be able to take out these villagers without too much trouble, of course, if he micros, but it looks like this villager should be taken out here without too much trouble, and it could be bad from IamOk right now. However, he is keeping his score lead right now. Geoffrey too, both players doing quite well, but there is potential here for a lot of damage to IamOk. He's got 2 archery ranges up inside his base. Stable is now useless due to the fact it's been walled in, but these archery ranges still do have the potential to do a lot of damage. Over here as well, we do actually have EMA moving in on Geoffrey right now. Geoffrey walling this off really quickly though, so that was very good, very well done by him at this stage. And it looks like he's not going to be able to do a lot about it. EMA, though, managing to steal his stone, which is really important, because as I said, mine players, the goal is to get those plumed archers out. And without being able to get them out, there's going to be a lot of trouble there for both players. Noticing that he's not going to be able to do any damage to Geoffrey, he's moving down to IamOk to try and get a little bit more harassment right now. And it looks like potentially here quite a bit of damage to Bieber actually. These villagers being taken off the resources to try and get this damage onto these guys here. Looks like we do have more units coming in for EMA though, going to be able to try and reinforce this section here and do a little bit more damage hopefully. And who am I spectating right now? Geoffrey is going up to Castle Age right now, so he is going to be able to get out those plumed archers. Only on 234 stone though, so he is going to have to get that count up quite a bit before he can do any real damage. IamOk right now, not doing the best in the world because of the fact he's been harassed so much in this game. And there's more archers coming down through this section here, so there's going to be even more harassment for him at this stage. And potentially going to lose this villager here, only on 19 hit points. Yes, losing 1. And going to force to take all these off resources here if he's not careful. As well as these guys over here doing damage to them. But skirmishers pushing them back without too much trouble. Same should go for these archers over here. IamOk should be able to mass enough skirmishers to get the damage on. But still, going to lose quite a few villagers in the process. So while that's happening, let's have a look around at what we've got. Bieber not going up to Castle Age, and what about EMA? Not going up to Castle Age. IamOk not going up to Castle Age. So Geoffrey's the only one going up to Castle Age at this stage. We are seeing this area get walled off yet again around these archery ranges. Skirmishers, of course, are pushing in for IamOk, going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Over here, though, losing a ton of villagers. This is not good for IamOk. Looks like this one could be on Geoffrey to try and get some damage here. EMA's just score being a lot higher at this stage, mainly due to the amount of just kills he had. It's absolutely crazy at this stage. We are seeing a forward stable going down for EMA, so we could see even some night production there. And just houses all the way across here. More units over here as well. However, Geoffrey should be able to get that castle up any minute now, and hopefully get some units on there to defend. These villagers here looks like they are going to get killed off without too much hassle. But again, still a lot of harassment on IamOk right now. Bieber doing a little bit less, even though he hasn't had any harassment on him. But he has been pushing in very hard this entire game onto IamOk. So it looks like it's going to be between EMA and Geoffrey for the big fight. But these two, again, going to be locked in an engagement till pretty late in the game. Losing those 4 villagers there, not helpful at all. Losing pretty much every villager that was on this section of the map right now. So, going to be really low on the wood count there. Wouldn't be surprised, actually, if he's forced to transfer some more villagers onto wood. And mainly due to the fact that he's got nothing at the moment. He's going to be able to use these villagers here again, but he is, of course, trying to get as much defense up as possible. Hence the reason he's already got these 2 towers up, going for a 3rd here, but knows these archers should be able to combat him without too much trouble. And losing 1. Ooh, getting close to that villager. Looks like it will just survive. Losing these skirmishes are getting picked off quite quickly. Archers here going to be taken out without too much trouble for EMA. And EMA losing those archers there. Exactly as we expected. Has this been walled off? Yes, the wall off has been finished for Geoffrey, so he's completely walled in. As well as we can see the appropriate response being made by EMA, walling himself in directly as well. Of course, mainly due to these little pockets of wood, it is going to be really hard to complete a full wall off that isn't with any wood. So siege onagers as well, very dangerous on this map, especially when you've got a Mongol player, which was EMA right now. So he's going to have to be careful if he gets those siege onagers out, especially with the defense. If he wipes out a bunch of those trees, he could be in a lot of trouble. Again, just keeping this gap here open by the looks of it. Looks like the reason those archers have been stationed there. And how are we doing for Geoffrey? Are we seeing a castle yet? We're seeing another town centre. Castle going up over here. Good location to have it in. Going to be able to defend this gold with it. Only problem will be if EMA gets up to the Imperial Age and gets some trebuchets on there, could be in for a lot of trouble. More archers potentially going to take out that scout there. And it looks like we're into the more peaceful side of the game now. We are seeing the double stable for EMA. And I would say that EMA is going to be up to Castle Age any second now. He's just getting that food count up. And he should be right. So let's speed it up again while we are waiting for any major engagements to come through. And Geoffrey and IamOk still having complete control of the water, which is interesting. Bieber looks like he was going to try and take it there. However, not going to be that helpful. Fire ships are out for Geoffrey because, of course, he is in the Castle Age already. And it looks like these might have been deleted off here. Quite interesting. I didn't see them get taken out, but deleted off looks like it's most likely. And there we go. So we've got EMA going up to Age at this stage. And IamOk shouldn't be able to take out this force here. Too many archers for those skirmishes to deal with. Same with these ones here, just delaying at this stage. Going to be able to do quite a bit of damage with these archers. So coming in here, again, forced to withdraw all these wood villages off here. And just going to be delayed even more. Another stable going up for EMA. Going to do a lot of damage here. Apart from this, all players at this point are pretty much just macroing. EMA being the only one really putting on pressure at this stage. Of course, we did have Geoffrey doing that little bit of harassment on the water, but not a lot of it. Bieber at this stage still trying to catch up in score, same with IamOk. Geoffrey absolutely smashing it out, 400 points in front of EMA, the other total high-level player. Well, high-scored player, and plumed archers are on the move. EMA coming out now, so let's see what he's actually doing. Yes, he is going to be going for knights, so he should just absolutely destroy his opponent right now, especially if he's going all skirmishes like it looks like, mainly due to the fact he's trying to counter these archers. So this could be really bad for IamOk right now. Very bad indeed. 3 stables, all producing knights, and going to be able to do a lot of damage with these. And here they come, not going to be phased by these towers at all. They do have their upgrades on them. No spearmen out in play whatsoever. These knights will just be able to absolutely tear this to shreds. However, plumed archers are moving into Bieber's base. He doesn't have a lot here to defend. He does have some skirmishes, but again, his opponent will have the range upgrade here, so we should be able to micro quite well. It looks like this archery range will just go up to stop him being able to run through there. Over this side of the map, we do see a lot of carnage for IamOk, losing lots of villagers, skirmishes, archers, every unit possible at this stage. More knights being created for EMA, so going to be able to do a hell of a lot of damage. And even potentially these towers are going to go down. Knight just soaking up all that arrow fire, not even really caring. Bieber going up to Castle Age right now, so he's going to need to get that advancement on that fletching tech. So what are we talking about? We're talking about Bodkin Arrow. And it looks like we might be seeing just mass cavalry archers from him, honestly. He's got enough up to go for it. He's putting up another archery range. However, it could just be crossbows the way it's looking. I haven't seen a stable yet that hasn't been this one over here. Could have got bloodlines from that one, but it doesn't look like he's going to be going for cavalry archers. Let's have a quick look. Elite skirmisher, looks like it's going to be. So there we go, he's going to be trying to counter his opponent. IamOk at this point, just in a big hole. He's just had so much damage done to him the entire game. From Bieber's push up to those archers coming in from EMA. Just doing so much damage, it's actually ridiculous. Knights, of course, just absolutely slaughtering everything at this stage. Definitely has the potential to take out that town center as well. Saying that though, Geoffrey's doing quite well in this game. He is up by a lot on the scores, currently up by 400 points. And he's been in Castle Age a lot longer than his opponents. Wouldn't expect... He might even go Imperial Age at the rate he is going. Let's have a look. Yes, he's actually advancing up to Imperial Age right now, so we're probably going to see about a 30-minute Imperial Age from him. And most likely out of that, we're going to see Eagle Warriors, and of course the Mayan Eagle Warriors, getting that plus HP on them, giving them up to 100 HP, which is absolutely amazing on them. Plus, when you get the extra arrow damage, soaking up, what am I thinking of, the armor damage for arrows, piece armor, going to be able to do a lot of damage. We do actually see the battering ram coming in right now for EMA from the siege workshop down over here, going to be able to take out this town center now, and I don't know what IamOk is going to be doing at this stage. He does not have a lot possible he can do. He's getting spears out, but again, knights in this mass just are not threatened by one spearman. Maybe if there's 2 of them, but still the amount of damage that's going to come off this spearman is going to be pretty much nothing compared to how quickly it will be killed off. Villagers actually trying to make a break for it right now, however, looks like they will be taken off pretty quickly here by this amount of knights. and again trying to take out this ram, but being forced to run off across the map. So IamOk looking to be in a horrible position right now. Bieber getting his wall off, nearly completed, just needs to wall off this section here as well as this piece here by the looks of it. And then he should be pretty safe, honestly. It looks like he's going to finish up over here quite soon. So it's going to be down to what Geoffrey decides to do at this point. He is putting up a lot of house in the middle here. Wouldn't be surprised if we see a forward siege workshop for him, or even forward barracks at this stage, mainly due to the fact he's going up to Imperial already. Town centre for IamOk has actually gone down right now. And all the villagers just getting killed off. IamOk currently sitting at 2,200 points, which is quite low, but the amount of harassment on him actually suits completely. Battering ram here, just battering away at that farm, and anything over here. Plumed archers trying to move into EMA by the looks of it. I really want to know what the plan from Geoffrey and IamOk is now. Is IamOk just going to try and hang in there and wait for Geoffrey to take the win? Or are they just going to give up is the question right now. A lot of damage here onto IamOk. It's absolutely crazy. I can't see him coming back from this at all. He's lost his town centre. He doesn't have a lot of villagers left. Let's just actually check his population. IamOk on 25 population. Currently trying to get to the other corner of the map by looks of it, and he might just have got past that town centre right now without him seeing. So that's going to be lucky for him. Potentially could put another town centre up over here on this gold. And with this amount of gold on the map, a comeback's definitely possible. However, if he's spotted by EMA or Bieber, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And again, just taking out absolutely everything. Not a lot he can do at this stage. So let's speed this back up because we're not seeing a lot of combat or anything interesting going on at this stage. And Geoffrey advancing up to that Imperial Age, which is exactly what we thought we were going to see. And let's see, is he spamming barracks yet? I see 1, 2, 3. Yes, he is spamming barracks. We have the Eagle Warriors out in play. They do have that first armor upgrade. No doubt going to be getting the next one soon. We do see a forward siege workshop right now for Geoffrey. EMA potentially in a lot of trouble. And the castle drop is going down. Going to bust into his base completely with this. Knights still over here getting a lot of harassment in. So let's slow it back down. And this castle here is going to potentially do a lot of damage. Eagle Warriors should be able to deal with this force down over here if he has enough and gets those armor upgrades in time, of course. And this is going to be Eagles just streaming across the map at this stage, trying to get some damage on. Geoffrey just putting out this castle, which is going to be able to, again, push this right down. Looks like we're going to see as many walls as possible from EMA right now. He knows he does not have what he needs to hold this off at this stage, especially when he's expecting this amount of Eagle Warriors. And skirmishers here getting taken out really quickly. Of course, villagers just soaking up that skirmisher damage because they don't do too much at this stage. And Rams moving forward as well for Geoffrey. Potentially going to be able to take out EMA here. All his knights are going to have to get back across the map. And I could only imagine what would happen if he got walled in here. It would not be a happy chappy. And, of course, castle goes up, battering rams move in, of course, they capped rams now. Plumed archers moving in onto a Bieber, potentially going to do a bit of damage here. And the full wall off going on now for IamOk, currently under 2,000 points. And putting up that town centre, so he's still in the game at this stage. Geoffrey potentially going to be able to do a lot of damage to EMA. If he could do that, they could stay in the game at this stage. So let's speed it up again. Mangonel is moving forward for EMA, going to get some damage onto these capped rams. And of course going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. And it looks like he might just take one out at this stage. Looks like that capped ram they're going to take out. Maybe just learn to read Chinese at some stage, I don't know. But still doing quite a bit of damage here. And this looks like this wall will go down until Trebuchet Fire is in, taking out this town centre by the looks of it. And Mangonel is forced again to do a lot of damage. Battering has been pushed back, so continuing to get this walling up on here. And IamOk starting to actually do some damage right now. He's using those archers he's got to push some harassment onto EMA. And what's he up to at this stage? Just rebuilding villages? Yes, he is. That's all he's got. He can do. Not a lot else going on the map right now. This fight is going to be where it's at. Plumed archers in this castle here. Let's swap over so we can see exactly what he's got. Geoffrey on a population of 155 already. Looks like there's going to be a lot of damage for him. Forward siege works going up, and IamOk finally hitting the castle age at the 36-minute mark. Pietard's being created for Geoffrey, going to be trying to get some real damage into there. And Knights are in Geoffrey's base right now. He should have enough Eagle Warriors to just deal with that, especially because he's got that 100 upgrade on them with the HP. And he's got all his armor upgrades, so he should be able to deal with this without too much trouble, considering it's in his base. His reinforcement should be quite quickly. EMA, however, I don't know how he's going to recover from this, mainly due to the fact once he loses these Knights, that's going to be it for him. He doesn't have any force back here really to defend. He's got a few Mangonels, but nothing really going to be able to do a lot of damage. We see another stone wall going up for EMA, so just trying to delay his opponent at this stage by just wall spamming everywhere. But Mangonel moving forward should be able to kill this one off here quickly, and he's going to potentially kill quite a few villagers as well, mainly due to the fact this Mangonel should be able to do a lot of damage. And whether or not he can actually run through there yet, I can't tell. It looks like he might actually be able to run straight in through there if EMA isn't careful and doesn't block that off, especially with all these Eagle Warriors coming in now. What upgrades we own? They've got all the upgrades except the attack upgrades, needing another 2 of them. And what's the plan over here? Still rebuilding. Bieber, again, it looks like he's just sticking with his skirmisher game plan at this stage. Probably should see some cavalry archers, but nothing too ridiculous. Mangonel there being taken out quite quickly. It looks like this mining camp will be taken out. And here come the Pietards, something we don't see used a lot, but should be able to take down these walls here really quickly. And again, this section here getting walled in, so he has noticed that. That is good. 2 Pietards, I think it takes to take down a wall section. That is correct. And here come the Eagle Warriors by the looks of it. Villagers here going to get killed off quite quickly. So this could be really, really bad right now. And there we go. Pietards managing to take out those villagers and that thing there, whether or not it was the Mangonel that did it. And EMA right now in a lot of trouble. Geoffrey getting into this base and getting through there just in time to get in here, and this could be it for EMA. Geoffrey's got a large army on the way. He's going to be able to stream Eagle Warriors from across the map at this stage. Got a lot of siege workshops out, and what are we seeing over here? We are seeing EMA trying to get some damage on over here. I think he's just potentially trying to put a gold mine up over here, so it looks like he doesn't know that IamOk's here. He will soon, so it'll be interesting to see if IamOk actually survives this encounter. And here we go, looks like this could be it for this town center over here. EMA losing a lot of villagers in this fight. Eagle Warriors, of course, soaking up just every bit of damage they can. And here come the reinforcements just running from across the map, streaming from all of these barracks here. How many do we have? We have 2, 4, 6, 7 barracks. And that's 7 Eagle Warriors every time. That's going to be a lot for EMA to try and put up with. Deleting this wall here and actually trying to run away across the map right now. Probably one of the smarter things you can do, unless his opponent sees. And in that case, there's going to be a lot more damage. We are seeing a town center going up for EMA. However, cavalry archers are being produced out of this single archery range right now. Cannot deal with this knight yet, so it potentially could go down. And it looks like this could be it for EMA at this stage. As well as the fact it could be it for Bieber. He needs to get his just defense on track here, or he could be in for a world of hurt. Lots of stables going up for him, going to be trying to get as much knights out as possible by the look of it. And Geoffrey being a good ally there, sending his opponent some resources to help build up his base. That's always what team games are about, sending your opponent and helping them out as much as possible. Another town center up over here, so EMA not losing all of his villagers, but still losing quite a few. It looks like this wall section here will be done in time. Yes, it will. More town centers going up. It looks like he's just going to be spamming the wood at the moment. Anything else interesting? And no, not through this area yet. Skirmishers, of course, doing absolutely no damage. Bieber going up to Imperial Age, so potentially going to see that Cavalier Paladin upgrade. Of course, if he has the resources to do so, because they can be quite expensive at this stage. EMA losing his entire base at this stage, and even more resources going over to IamOk, being a good buddy there. More town centers going up, a market going up over here. They could be going to start that trade, but again, this entire section of base just being lost. Surprised, yep, here come the rams. I was going to say I was surprised he doesn't have rams in there yet, but it looks like it's what he's going to do, and it looks like we do have IamOk starting to reclaim this section of map over here, because of course Bieber and EMA just do not have what it takes at the moment to hold this down and hold back Geoffrey's push. Geoffrey just outdoing everyone at the moment, so it's been a great play by him supporting his team here. Full wall off going down by EMA, and of course these Pietards and Rams, which can still get across the map, are going to be able to do quite a bit of damage if he gets in there, as well as this section of the base is pretty much going to be all over. Running down to this section here, lots of knights in play right now for Bieber, definitely going to be seeing that Cavalier upgrade the way he's going. And cavalry archers, of course, just hanging out, doing as much damage as possible like they do. We do have another town center going up for IamOk, so he is starting to get his score back on track right now. And another town center going up for EMA. Looks like this could be it for his main base here. Doesn't have a lot left to do. Mangonel is going to potentially do a lot of damage, as well as these Eagle Warriors, just finishing off these town centers. We have seen all the upgrades on those Eagle Warriors now, so they are post-Imperial Eagle Warriors at this stage, which means a lot of damage. And EMA, of course, being distracted by this fight over here, forgetting about his little colony over here, and losing these villages to quite a few cavalry archers. We do see another forward town center in Geoffrey's area from IamOk, so we may see the push starting to help from IamOk. He is in there with his skirmisher though. He is giving back whatever he can at this stage. And it looks really bad for EMA at this stage. EMA and Bieber right now, I don't know how they're going to deal with this. Cavalier are out in play, and it looks like he's going to go try and save his ally right now. But again, going to need to do quite a bit. IamOk, again, sending more resources to his ally. He is population blocked at this stage, so why keep those resources built up when you can be sending them to your allies to try and get a little bit more damage done. And section across the map here, doing a little bit of damage, but not a lot. Pushing in through this section here, and looks like he's going to be able to take this game without too much trouble. Could potentially be just about over for EMA. Losing this side of the map here, I don't think this wall's going to get finished by the looks of it. Pietad's of course going to be able to bust in here, and that could be it. And IamOk continuing to fight his way through this section over here, and it looks like he's going to be able to take out all of EMA's base over here if EMA is not careful. Pushing in quite hard. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Paladin upgrade. And never a wise idea to attack just these guys like this. Didn't take too much damage there. However, could be a lot worse. Geoffrey moving in with these units. No doubt going to go up to Paladin sometime soon. And this is just about it for Geoffrey by the looks of it. Going to do a lot of damage. All his villagers just getting killed off like that. Losing these units over here. Continuing to push in through this section. And just, as I said, just doing catastrophic damage to his opponent. Through this side of the map, of course, going to be able to just take out absolutely everything. This could be a good game for Bieber and EMA right now. There's not a lot they have to do. We do have Paladins coming in for Bieber, but again, if he takes out this siege, actually, it could be quite damaging, but it looks like he might miss it. No, he's getting there just in time. And Bieber being the only one left, really, who can have the power to take out Geoffrey. But Geoffrey playing such a good and tight game here, there's not a lot he's going to be able to do. It looks like these Eagle Warriors will get taken out by them, but of course, there's so many more where they came from. As you can see, they're just absolutely everywhere at this stage. Wall-off hasn't been completed yet again, so until that is, it's just going to be constant threat from Geoffrey. At this stage, Eagle Warrior is still just flying across the map to try and get some damage in there. Flying Eagle Warrior, But continuing to push in through this section over here, and we can see that IamOk getting back on his feet right now. Let's actually check out his population. Currently on 73. What are we on for EMA? EMA on 57, so he's doing better than EMA at this stage, which is absolutely great. However, again, these Cavalier looking like they will get taken out right about now if all of these reinforcements do get through. However, the wall-off being done again for EMA, so managing to just stay in there a little bit longer, but down to 52 population, not a lot he's got, and there's not much he can do from here either. Geoffrey's just got such a good offensive capabilities right now. His economy is just set. It's absolutely amazing. He's got everything he needs to have, and I just would not be surprised if we see the GG anytime soon. So let's speed this back up while we're just waiting for these units to get killed off. We are seeing some Paladins moving across this area of the map here. However, they should be taken out quite quickly again by this massive Eagle Warriors here. And it looks like he's trying to get some damage onto Geoffrey, but Geoffrey has gated himself in. So until these guys here, and this could be it for these Paladins, getting taken out quite quickly here by these Eagles. Of course, they might hold this off. Yes, they are going to. And the more units are going to come across the map right now. Over this section of the map, we can see EMA is getting taken out by these battering rams. Not a lot they can do about it. Of course, IamOk putting up a solid fight and a very good effort there coming back into the game. And let's see what he's got. He's still operating off all archer range, so we're going to see all cavalry archers from him. Continuing on with the fight over in this section here, we can see that EMA did have some hidden villagers trying to get some damage done, but it looks like he's not going to be able to do it. 403 gold, so it looks like EMA is trying to give what he has to Bieber to try and get that damage done, but it looks like this is going to be just about it for them as a team. They've just do not have what it takes right now. Geoffrey's just being too overpowered. Of course, we do have EMA still trying to stay in the game, but of course, Bieber going to have to do all the defense for him. Moving in through the section here, lots of Paladins coming in, potentially going to get taken out if IamOk does manage to do enough damage. Continuing to push in through here right now, Paladins of course going to be potentially taken out with a combination of Eagle Warriors and Cavalry Archers. And over here as well, just looks like it's going to be just nothing they can do to come back at the stage. And all this damage here just being absolutely catastrophic to these Eagle Warriors. But of course, going to be able to take it down in their home turf as long as the Eagle Warriors aren't reinforced anytime soon. But looking at that, Geoffrey's just flooding across the map yet again to do a lot of damage. Soon as Bieber just does not have what it takes to continue supplying these Paladins. However, saying that, there was a lot of gold on the map. And until then, there's not going to be a lot either player is going to be able to do. It's just going to be locked in a full-on post-Imperial War or at this stage. Not seeing too many castle drops and bombard towers or anything, of course, mainly due to the fact there's no stone on the map to actually achieve this with. So it's going to come down to, of course, that gold count and who can just put out a bigger army quicker. Right now, it looks like Geoffrey will take out Bieber's army over here, and of course that's going to be a big cost. IamOk going up to the Imperial Age right now, and it looks like it's going to turn into a 2v1 game. Of course, Cavalry Archer is going to be upgraded to their maximum anytime soon, and of course Paladin's just getting taken out by the massive Cavalry Archers. Not a lot they can do about it. And still gold being sent over to Bieber, trying to keep his just reinforcements up. But I don't think they're going to have what it takes to take the rest of this game. Geoffrey and IamOk have just been playing pretty solid the entire way through. Actually, Geoffrey just playing amazing throughout the entire game so far. Have we seen Heavy Cavalry Archer? Not yet. It looks like we will be seeing anytime soon though. Paladins moving in yet again, trying to get that damage on. And it looks like right now IamOk going to be able to defend this, maybe just. It's going to be a close one. Huddling in here quite close, a very good use of that space there. Of course, Paladin's not going to be able to do a lot of damage in that area. Eagle Warriors have got into the base here, and would not be surprised if we see the good game anytime soon now. Mainly due to the fact that this town center is just going to get taken out by these Eagle Warriors. And of course, Eagle Warriors, as we know, they have 4+4 armor. They're just going to be able to sit under these town centers and just take out any villager that pops out, or take them out all on their own. It's not going to be a lot they can do. Battering rams moving in from this section of the map. Again, just going to be able to keep pushing in. We do have lots of Eagle Warriors on the play right now for Geoffrey. Going to be able to start taking out Bieber. Bieber's starting to switch into the Hussar as well, which is starting to say he's getting low on resources about now. And I think Bieber should be able to push this little force back. But once the next one moves in, there's going to be a lot of trouble. EMA, of course, as well, running really low on everything at this stage. Over here as well, Paladins getting taken out by these heavy cavalry archers. Of course, having all those upgrades on them. Still needs the extra armor and the chemistry upgrade by the looks of it. But EMA is going to be out of the game here. Just does not have anything he can do. IamOk as well, back into the game now. Got quite a few cavalry archers out. Going to be able to help start pushing into Bieber's base. And Bieber resigning out there. EMA resigning out. That's it, guys. Geoffrey and IamOk taking the game right now. Absolutely brilliant play by them. Geoffrey playing like an absolute champion in this game to bring it to pretty much holding it out 2v1 most of the game. So thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it.